Hey there, Derek here from Pacific Coast Auto, taking a look at this 2007 Subaru Impreza GDB STI, the JDM one with the EJ20 engine in it. Now this one was bought from auction for export over to Canada under the 15-year import rule. It has 92,370 kilometers. We'll take a look at the condition, compare it to the auction inspection sheet. We're going to be sending it as soon as we can to Canada. There is a little bit of a backup in shipping to Canada at the moment. There were some problems at the port. Hopefully they're going to be handled pretty soon. Nice little red gauges there. You can see the mileage, 92,402 at the time of shooting this. Watch this, you turn the key and the car doesn't turn off. You want to turn off the car, you open the secret passageway here that goes into like an ashtray, but there's no ashtray in there. So it's kind of a hidden start button. Security, right? I just turned on the windshield wipers by accident, and so my little clipboard got thrown around. Let's put that up properly. This one's been modified, but not heavily modified. Mostly just visuals and a little bit of performance stuff. And so just a sneak preview, it's carbon fiber trunk, carbon fiber spoiler, carbon fiber roof panel that's basically just been attached to the regular roof, not actually replaced. A Voltex body kit and bumper, and undercar bracing. One of my favorite things for Subarus because they all seem to need it. Okay, it has an aftermarket HKS blow-off valve, so you're going to get your psh sounds, or maybe some boop, 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 boop sounds. I don't know why. Yeah, I just said that with a B, but I live in Japan where the V and the B are the same, so that was an authentic JDM turbo flutter. Okay, also HKS suspension. We have a Tane strut tower brace large intercooler. That is the original one from this generation. Stock radiator. There's some of your under bracing. There are two of them. And then the cold air intake. The intake comes here, into there, down in there, to right behind this one here, but it's been blocked off so that it doesn't get all wet. But underneath there is where the filter should be located. Okay, the carbon fiber hood, you can see made by Veris. It does have a serial number on it, and then has proper ducting for the intercooler, as well as the side ducting here, which helps blow the hot air from the turbo down below the engine room and underneath the car. The front bumper has a really cool under tray, as well as little canards. Let me see if I can show you this. Little canards that go up to the wheel wells so that you're getting cooling for the brakes. And you can see the chassis braces when I did that as well. Let's lower the hood now. Okay, quick look at the car. CE28 wheels, cool. And let's go after the auction inspection sheet now. So, 2007 Impreza WRX STI. This is the final generation of the GDB. So this is the early model, mid-model, and late model, known as the Zenki, Chuki, Koki. And this one here would be considered the Koki, which is the final iteration. Probably the best out of all of them. Looks are subjective. Some people like the bug eye one, some people like the blob eye. This one here is the hawk eye because the eyes, I guess, kind of look like hawk eyes, but not really. I don't know. Auction review 3.5 interior C. I'd say interior C is being a little bit harsh on it. I think it looks nicer than that in my opinion. 92,370 kilometers. Still had current registration on it. It says Veris carbon fiber hood, Veris carbon fiber trunk, Line Sports carbon roof. Now it is just a panel that is put on top by the looks of it. Now you probably can adapt this to take the place of the steel roof if you wanted to. Cut out the steel roof and then bond it in there. But as it is, that's not the case with it. Okay, what else do we have? Push button start modification, toll collection box for Japanese highways, Tane strut tower braces. They're on the front and the rear. And the rear one can be a little bit of a hassle to install because of where it's situated. You have to actually take out the rear seats and get in it from the inside here in order to install it. Voltex front bumper, side steps, and rear under diffuser, adjustable suspension. It's HKS brand. Fujimura Auto Rocket Cooler. Rocket Cooler. Don't know what that is. Maybe somebody in the comments does. HKS oil cooler. I didn't see where it was, so that's kind of cool. HKS titanium exhaust. HKS catalytic converter. HKS boost controller. Recaro seat ×2. Problem with the Recaro seat. It's the I'm cool seating position that you see in countries around the world. We're going to put the seats too low to the ground and too far tilted back. Why? Because I'm cool. And I like to sit with just my eyes above the steering wheel. Not my favorite seating position. And they're fixed back seat. Now you could repair it if you want. Repair it. You can adjust it back to something that is suitable for you if you want. But once it's in that position, you can only go forward and back because it's a fixed back seat. Okay, STI 3 extra gauges. They're right up there. I'll show you when we get to the interior. Boost gauge, raised forged wheels, Brembo. Okay, so the raised wheels, so they're CE28. They're in really good condition. Looks like you have titanium lightweight nuts there. And then these are the stock brakes on the STI, which are a 4-piston Brembo caliper. And they look really good with that wheel. They stand out a lot because they're thin spokes. They're going to look really nice when the wheels are spinning and you can see just the Brembo by itself. Okay, boost gauge, raise, okay, Brembo. Carbon roof pen? Carbon roof pen. I don't know. Exetti carbon twin plate clutch. It does make a little bit of the common sound that a aftermarket clutch makes, a sound. HKS blow off valve, rocket, dansai asupoira, rear dansai. I think we're talking about this piece here, which is carbon fiber on this one instead of the regular. And then we do have a carbon fiber wing on the back. I think carbon fiber wing looks great height. I think it would be nice if it were just a few centimeters wider. I feel like it's a little bit narrow on the car. If you're going to go crazy with the spoiler, then go crazy with it. Okay, this is a lot to read, isn't it? Momo steering wheel, HID headlights, and then the report here. There's not much room for the report. I don't know if that was the intent of the seller, but kind of annoying. But the airbag lamp is on. And the steering wheel has been changed with no airbag. Very scratches, dents, paint fade. The paint fade is all on the carbon fiber bits. Okay, interior seat has a rip. Windshield rock chip, A4 and crack on the front bumper, paint peeling on the hood, A3 on the side skirt, paint peeling on the trunk. Okay, wow, that sheet took a long time to read. Okay, so here is the walk around. I'm just going to show you the car from all different angles so you can see what it looks like. And then after this, you're going to see what pieces of the car are damaged. I do have to say these side skirts are like nothing I've ever seen before, quite an aggressive look to them. They have a vent in it. It says Reyes wheels on the side of the side skirt. These tail lights are the original ones, even though they kind of look aftermarket. Here you can see the aftermarket trunk. And the trunk isn't a perfect fit. And that's an unfortunate reality of a carbon fiber or fiberglass trunk. They can, over time, kind of warp and end up being a different shape after a few years. You kind of have to live with that or buy a new trunk every few years. Whoa, apparently tree roots are really slippery in Japan. The canards on the back and the rear diffuser, very cool looking. I'll show you an up close of that pretty soon. Okay. Here you can see the front bumper in detail. And now let's look at the details. Okay, so the carbon fiber hood looks like a nice high quality unit. However, there are areas where you can see that the carbon fiber needed its own little special pieces in order to build the hood ducting into it. There's also some peeling of the clear coat right here. And then the vents here, I'm not sure if they're actual real vents or if they've been blocked off, because you wouldn't want water to just get in through there. So there might be removable panels, or you might be able to cut those out. Rocket Dancer. So Voltex, a very cool looking carbon fiber bit that's like screwed on there. I like that a lot. And then the front bumper, unfortunately, a lot of paint cracks in various places. Needs a proper repair to it. That must be where the oil cooler is, because I can see some aftermarket ducting inside there. I love oil coolers. The fact that, I don't know, for some reason an oil cooler to me is very cool. Keep your engine cool. You can drive your car harder. We put the oil cooler into the city over there, and we were driving on the racetrack, 130 degrees oil temperature, obviously too hot. Got the oil cooler and now it won't go above 95. Well, it won't go above 99 or 100 if you push it real hard, which is about the right temperature. Just over 100 will burn contaminants off. I'm sure inside the engine it's a little bit warmer. Or is the thermometer right after? Yeah, it is, as soon as it comes out of the engine. Never mind. Here's the carbon fiber roof panel. Okay, here's the carbon fiber trunk, and you can see the paint fade because underneath the spoiler is still glossy. Should be able to clear coat that again. Get a professional to do it, it'll look a lot better. Same thing with the spoiler. Okay, here you can see the trunk. It's lined up. It's a little bit too low over here, a little bit too high over here, a little bit too high over here. Lined up properly here. How is it here? Not bad. Okay. The diffuser with the exhaust. Cool look. I like that a lot. And how the exhaust comes out from the stock location. And it looks like it is a functional diffuser. It goes pretty far back there. Exhaust is a full kit and a huge tailpipe. I love that a lot. Did you know that this version of the Impreza has equal length headers, so you don't get that sound? You might have heard it at the beginning. You get a smoother sound and actually a little bit of a different torque curve as a result. This is just wet because it was raining. But it is fading a little bit, fading a little bit. So the car needs a little bit of work, but a good car to start doing your work on. Blue interior is great. Oh yeah, there's not much to say about the exterior. I just started going into the interior. But let me just show you the cracks here. The A3 that they were talking about is right there. Okay, now let's go into the interior. Nothing else to say about the exterior. It's basically just some fade and some cracks in the bumper. These are the stock door cards. This one has some wear on the inside here. I think that the blue interior of these is gorgeous. The blue carpeting, the blue seats if you have the OEM seats in it. This one has the I'm Cool seats. The seats themselves are good. You have a little bit of a rip in the driver's side one, but I'm not surprised because when you get in and out of the car, it's quite difficult because the seat is quite low down and it's quite a big difference from here to there. So to get out, you need to kind of either push your weight on the seat, right here is where it ripped, or put your hand onto the sill, which can be slippery if it's raining. Okay. Seats have two cushions so that when you're using your clutch and whatnot, you don't. It's like those mattresses that have the pocket coils, right? Pocket coil seat, I guess you could say. Press the clutch, and it's not going to move your throttle foot, or going to be a little bit more comfortable. I don't know, that's the idea. I've never really felt like that kind of seat is needed, but I do think they're cool. Okay, it's steering wheel is good for drifting, I guess. Made by Momo, so It is a popular brand, but I think it's stupid that says drifting on it. And then high offset steering wheel with a spacer, bringing the steering wheel very close to you, which is good because you need that when you have the seats far back like this. You can get a smaller spacer or get a less offset steering wheel in order to alleviate that problem once you get your seats in the proper position. And then here you can see you have adjusters. Here you can put this one down and you can put that one up. Okay, it has these aluminum kick panels, kind of rally car-like. I like that. And you got one for driver and for passenger. They look like they're very nicely bent to conform with the stock positions, I guess. Okay, it has USB chargers that have been added here, which is kind of a weird place to put them because then where do you put stuff? I guess, is that openable? It is. Oh, mints. Dry hard. Sounds like a bad combination. Okay. Toll collection box. Controller for your... these guys, which are Defi gauges. And you also get one more that's been attached here. These are OEM STI gauges with the STI logo. Very cool. The gauges do a dance. See, like that. These ones here do the same dance, and the stock ones do the same dance. Oh, did you see the anime girls? Kind of weird thing, but if you're into anime girls, you have them in your car. A little bit of wear here. A little bit of wear here that's been repaired, but kind of. And then you get this. This controls your center differential to give you more or less lock. Or you can just set it at auto and forget about it. Some sort of a control box there, not sure what that does. Okay, let's go into the trunk. Now the trunk is like the hood. They are carbon fiber, but then has a fiberglass structure underneath. It also came with a bunch of boxes, but there's nothing in any of the boxes. It's just all of the parts that he added to the car. And this feels really light. I'm sure you're losing 7 kilos by adding that. Not a ton of weight, but it all adds up. Close it. Okay. And we are done. That's going to be the end of the report for this one. It's going off to Canada to its new home where it's going to be ripped on, I hope. That's all for this one. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Thank you so much for watching, and have a nice day.